Prince Velair of the Zexothian Empire stood before the human delegation with barely disguised contempt. Humans were new to interstellar politics, primitive, inexperienced, and, in his eyes, unworthy. The political marriage proposal had already offended him. Pairing a human royal with his family line. Unthinkable. So Velair sharpened the insult even further. I have a sister, he said coldly to Ambassador David Chun. She is blind, born without functional eyes. She will not have to suffer the displeasure of looking upon your species' primitive appearance. I offer this arrangement as a gesture of tolerance. The human delegation froze in stunned silence. Such a statement would normally end diplomacy on the spot, but Ambassador Chun didn't flinch. That he smiled, a warm, genuine smile that unsettled everyone in the chamber. I accept, Chun said simply. When can I meet her? Velair blinked. He had expected outrage. Protests. Fury. Anything but acceptance. Nothing about the human reaction made sense. Princess LRA arrived 2 weeks later. She moved confidently down the diplomatic corridor, her walking staff tapping rhythmically against the polished floors. She truly had no eyes, only smooth skin where they should have been. A genetic anomaly among her people. To her family, she was an embarrassment. To Velair, she was a convenient solution for ridding the family of an undesirable alliance. When David Chun met her, something extraordinary happened. That he didn't treat her as broken or fragile. That he didn't raise his voice or pity her. That he simply spoke to her as a person, with curiosity, respect, and genuine interest. That he described what he saw, not out of pity, but to share his world. That he asked what she sensed, eager to understand hers. LRA, who had lived a lifetime being viewed as a tragedy, suddenly found herself treated as an equal. This human valued her for who she was, not what she lacked. Over the following months, as the political marriage proceeded, something unexpected grew between them, real affection. Not in spite of her blindness or his supposed unattractiveness, but because both had been underestimated by societies obsessed with appearances. Then came the crisis. A rival faction within the Zexothian Empire, seeking to destabilize Velair, staged a coup. They kidnapped LRA, intending to use her as leverage. Control the blind princess, control the marriage, control the alliance. But they didn't count on David. When he discovered she was missing, he didn't wait for military support. That he went after her alone. The guards laughed when a lone human approached their stronghold. But they made the same mistake everyone did. They underestimated him. David didn't rely on brute force. He used precision, strategy, and months of cultural study. He slipped through their defenses like a ghost, disabling systems and exploiting every assumption the rebels had about humans being weak. When he finally reached LRA, she was imprisoned in a sealed chamber. The rebel leader stood waiting, confident in his superiority. You cannot defeat me, human, he sneered. I don't have to, David replied. I only have to not lose. Their fight erupted with brutal intensity, and then something remarkable happened. LRA began coaching him. Though blind, her hearing was razor sharp. She sensed movements David couldn't see. She told him where strikes would land before they happened. Together, they moved like a single being, two people, two species, united not by strength, but by trust. When Zexothian military forces finally arrived, they found the rebel commander defeated and David standing protectively beside LRA, both bloodied, but alive. The Empire erupted with disbelief. Velair watched his sister, a princess he had dismissed, standing victorious with the human he once insulted. And for the first time, he understood how wrong he had been. Strength and beauty weren't measured by eyes or flawless bodies. His blind sister had seen something in the human that his own sighted eyes had missed entirely. 3 months later, Velair stood before the Galactic Council and made a historic declaration. I was wrong about humans. I judged them by what I could see and failed to perceive what truly mattered. My sister, who cannot see, understood them better than I ever did. Humans value character, loyalty, courage. They love without prejudice. Before the assembled powers, David and LRA stood hand in hand, and across the galaxy, a lesson echoed. Those who truly see are not the ones with eyes, but the ones who look beyond the surface and recognize the worth in others. Sometimes, blindness reveals truth more clearly than sight ever can.